Here is a story that I think rightfully opened some people's eyes about this insane racist practice that just now is ending. And it comes to us via the NFL, which announced yesterday that they've pledged to halt the use of race norming, which assumed black players started out with lower cognitive function in a $1 billion settlement of brain injury claims and to review past scores for any potential race bias. You know what? I'm gonna make a bold prediction. I think they're gonna find some. In its use of race norming, the league compares a given player's cognitive test scores with the supposed norm of his demographic group. Under the methodology, black players are assumed to possess a lower level of cognitive function than the average white player. So in theory, if your brain is damaged, in the way that it's been shown that years of playing football can do, if they pretend that you started at a lower cognitive level, then a massive decline from those injuries would read as no decline at all or a smaller one. And that is madness, Dr. Rashad. Like, I guess, look, I shouldn't, put anything past America or wealthy corporations, but the fact that that was going on up until yesterday is insane.
That sounds like some mad scientist stuff, man. Like this was real and this was considered to be legitimate in the application of how we determine who should receive, compensation because of what the NFL has done to brutally injure individuals. That's amazing to me. But once again, for those who are still denying that systemic racism exists, here's another example. You don't get more clearer of a systemic racism issue than literally saying, oh yeah, we're a major multi-billion dollar corporation. And by the way, we believe black people are inherently dumber than white folks.
Yeah, and look, part of it I'm sure is that they don't want to give any player a single dollar in compensation for the injuries they've sustained. But racism is a particularly reliable and predictable fallback for that. Now, and Dr. Rashad there was talking about like it doesn't get any more systemic than this. Even their defense of it proves that point. The NFL has defended the practice in the past, saying its standards, quote, relied on widely accepted and long established cognitive tests and scoring methodologies. I bet they did.
Right.
On long established, widely accepted, racist cognitive assessments or predictions. Yeah, I'm sure lots of people have been racist for a long time, and lots of other racist people widely accepted that racism. Like that is not an actual defense. It's amazing that it took this long. I'm glad that it's finally changing, and that there might be some ability to go back and correct if you did not get a settlement, and very few did, by the way. More than 2,000 former NFL players have lodged dementia claims as a result of their injuries, but fewer than 600 have received compensation. And so with lawyers saying that more than half of NFL retirees are black and so few receiving any money at all, and the money they're receiving probably lower because of this race norming practice, this is a massive injustice affecting hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people. And so it's good to see at least some change.
Yeah, and cognitive tests are always implicitly biased. As a college professor, I use something in the classroom called differentiated education. That's when I look at different elements to help a student understand the curriculum. 1, cognitive thinking. 2, relational thinking. What I have found is that some individuals who learn, they learn better when you make the relationship connect to the curriculum. There are other students who learn better when you make a cognitive analysis of the material. That just has to do with learning style. Learning ability is not the same as learning style. And these cognitive tests, what they have tested is learning style and interpreted it as learning ability.
Yeah, it's actual, like what you're describing is in setting up a system, it like this might be charitable, is ignorant about the way that people learn, and their ignorance is thus producing the mirage of ignorance on the people being actually tested.
That is correct.
To some extent, I'm not sure that it is 100% ignorance. It's very convenient, so maybe it's intentional. But yeah, you're so right. People learn in different ways, and the tests need to reflect that, and they basically never do. And this is one great example of it, but obviously this affects millions and millions of people when it comes to standardized testing and things like that as well.
Yeah, and in this case, it actually affects people getting the money they deserve.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.